Hey, what's up, guys? Vigilant Texan here. Today, we're going to look at some Tartarian buildings. We're going to do some digging. I'm going to talk about the previous empire that was erased from our history books. And we're going to look at some of the buildings that I believe they left behind. And we're going to look and see how much of these buildings have evidence that their bottom floor has been buried with mud and earth in the past at some point with no explanation of when or where or why. I'm going to look at some of the weird history tied to some of these places. I posted on my Tartarian Architecture Facebook page a few weeks ago. I was over at this government building here in Texas, and I was looking at the wall. Let me see if I can pull that up. And I was looking at the wall, and I noticed there's a big old poster on the wall that had all these Texas courthouses, right? And I noticed, like, whoa, so many of them were clearly previous empire, and their bottom floors were covered in mud, and it was real obvious. Here, let me find this picture far back here. I guess I have posted a few things since then. Golly. Here she blows. There she blows. But yeah, you look at this courthouse. Whoops. Gosh dang it. Didn't mean to zoom the page. I'm trying to zoom in on the actual courthouse. Alright. I guess it's going to be titled. There's the zoom button. Yeah. So, if you notice, you zoom in here, like, look at the ones I circled. Now, these were all county courthouses all around Texas, and I actually found a picture of one, I think was Missouri County, and I was inside the courthouse, and it was a big square ugly one, obviously built by the Masons and stuff since the reset. But inside they had a picture of the old courthouse, and what do you know, looked like a Tartarian castle with the bottom floor covered. And boy, I look at some of these, it's kind of hard. I don't be able to move this. So if you can slide, you'll notice many of them look like freaking old world castles, you know. And it's like, okay, a courthouse. So we're going to look at, we might get over to Texas today and look at a few of those, depending on how fruitful our search of Missouri is. But where we're going to really start is in Missouri. And here's what I wanted to kind of do is just, a lot of times on that Tartarian architecture page, the way I will get the truth out is just to make I've made these pages, these photo albums, right? So like this photo album here, 19th century Japan, I noticed there was just a ton of old previous empire buildings there in Japan. Here's Galveston, Texas. I just threw together the ones that I found there. And so what I thought I would do is just, you guys could come along with me while I make one of these albums. We'll see what we can find. So here's one. This is the Jasper County Courthouse. The bottom floor of it, you can see that there's a bottom floor covered, and just like, what? It looks like a castle. Give me a break. Like, this is your courthouse that you built in the 1800s? I mean, I don't know. So I got some pictures of it that I already snapped because I kind of started working without you guys, and then I was like, you know what? I could just make the video as I'm doing this stuff. That way I can just talk about it. So here's a shot. I said, wait, is this Jasper County? Hold on. Yeah, that was Jasper. And so what I try to do in these things a lot is, if you've been following my posts over there on Facebook, is I try to just point out the things. And if you notice, here's what a normal size window would look like, all right, in this building as it just extends downward. But here you can see half of these windows are interrupted by the earth. And then these steps, a lot of times you'll notice the steps, and it's kind of hard to see in this one, but this is much brighter, different brick here than these steps are made out of this dark, stained poop brick that they had to come in and use because, of course, this was not where the original door was. It was probably down here in the bottom floor, and so they found this building, but they couldn't get up to their new door they made without some steps. And as you'll notice, the steps are a different color. Let's see where the other Jasper is. Another one, Jasper. So you can see from this side also the windows covered. There's clearly another floor down underneath that we can't see. And I would love to be able to go inside of some of these. Here's another courthouse, Bates Courthouse. Let's take a look at this one. Again, a bottom floor seeming to be down underground. I showed an arrow on the other one. I pointed. Most of these will have your copper or metal conductive tops to them. So a lot of these cities that look like they may have already had the city was already there, and they say that, well, it was the gold rush, the 1800s, and they knew there was all this gold, and so off they went with their horses and buggies and headed off west to go find gold. Well, no, yeah, there was gold. There was also a wealth of buildings in abandoned cities that were left over for them to just claim and take. And I think a lot of times they would take the more beautiful of the powerhouses or whatever, maybe the healing house, botanical garden type of thing, and it became the churches, the cathedrals, or perhaps those were the temples, which would also make sense, that they were using, and then the Catholics just kind of like retrofitted them with their pagan propaganda. And I saw some pictures that flew by on one of these mud flood occult history groups I'm in a week or so ago that showed the very beautiful state building with all the ornate carvings on the outside that were clearly old world Tartarian. And then it shows later the same picture of the same building, and they had gone and just, I'm sorry, I hit the mic there. And they had just knocked all that stuff off, knocked it down to where it was flat, and then just put their Roman numerals up there and claimed it. And here's another shot of Bates from another angle. Seeming with, and this one's got a picture of course, the mother goddess. All over the world they worship the fertility goddess who goes by many names, originally Isis, in the Egyptian mythology, later Astarte, Ishtar, later renamed Columbia. Here she is. Hello. Yeah, or Liberty. Yes, Lady Liberty. Same one. Same one. The old gods. They want to worship them. They want to bring them back, even in our time. You can never get rid of them, it seems like. Let's look at this one I found here. This is Gasconade. Gasconade. Here it is from the front. You can kind of barely see, but it's weird. It's almost, you think it's on this big hill, but it's actually not. It's actually buried in this big hill. It's so weird. It's like the earth is just kind of came flying in from the angle and covered the whole bottom floor, but yet you have to go up to it to get to it. Here, let me see if I can get a different angle here. There's the back side, clearly with this bottom floor buried down here. And you can't tell me those are purposeful windows. Give me a break. Here's the other side. What's going on here? It's like the earth just came and covered. They had to build this big ugly thing to get up to a door they made out of a window on the second floor. Clearly. Yeah. What the heck's going on here? It's not how you build a new structure. Here it is from this angle over here. Look at this earth just, they didn't even bother clearing it out on this side of the building. They're just like, just take a little walkway down and make a little entrance there. Don't worry about it, it'll be fine. We'll just make it our courthouse. right. This Caldwell. Look at this one. Clearly a floor buried under here. If you know what you're looking for. Is that the only one I took at Caldwell? Guess so. A great story here on at the Kingston Courthouse. There was a sign, and check this out. This is interesting. Oops. Right in the background, you see the buried floors. But this is a cool little story here. Missouri, in a fertile Shoal Creek Valley, Kingston was laid out in 1843 to replace Far West as the seat of the Caldwell County. Organized in 1836, the county was to be for Latter-day Saints. Mormons ejected from Jackson County in 1833 and asked to leave Clay County in 1836. Far West near here was their county seat and their church headquarters when the Mormon War began. Oh, it's a war. Far West had 3,000 settlers. Okay. 3,000 people? You built these courthouses with 3,000 people? Alright. Hostilities between Latter-day Saints and their neighbors arose over political, social, and economic differences. Yeah, like these guys are a bunch of pedos with multiple wives doing all this weird, hanky Masonic crap. Yeah, we're getting the hell out of here. Then it talks about they had to move their saints. They were over at this Adam Ondonai Achman place. And they had the Caldwell Militia of Mormons after the massacre of 17 Latter-day Saints at Hawn Mill. The militia surrendered on November 1st, and then the church leaders, Joseph Smith among them, were accused of treason and ordered shot. They were jailed in Bridge County, Alexandria, but refused to enforce the order. Some were freed, others escaped, and charges were unsustained. And 12,000 Latter-day Saints were removed to Illinois by June of 18. So, turns out these Mormons kept getting kicked out of these places they were trying to settle, and finally they had to get all the way out to Salt Lake City. And when they got lucky, they found a badass Tartarian temple out there to claim. But anyway, I thought that was an interesting find. And now what we're going to do is go on the digging here. So we're going to do County Courthouse, Missouri. We'll see what other Tartarian looking ones we might be able to find here. Boone, Howard. Oh, did I show y'all Howard? There's a good one. Saline. Let's see. So we come over here to maps. Saline County Courthouse. Huh. More of a Greco-Roman oh, but here you'll notice the same thing I saw in all these county courthouses. This is an interesting thing. All over Missouri, it's like all the cities were laid out by the same people, because all these courthouses have this square around them. And here, let's street view this thing. So there's the big courthouse, different color steps going up. Of course, see how they're like a dark color while the building's that bright white? Well, why would you pour ugly steps on a beautiful white building like that? Well, because you don't have, that's not your building. Just took it. We go over here. Actually, wait. We're supposed to be cataloging this here, guys. Hang on. Let's get ourselves a picture. That's a good one. If you haven't used the new snip and stitch tool, it's very good. You just do Windows Shift S, and then it just makes the screen go dark. You grab a picture of what you want, let go. It throws it over on the left. You just click it. Now you can make your annotations. Like, look at these darn steps. Look at these cupboard windows over here, halfway at the ground. Save. So that was wait a minute. What courthouse was that one again? Oh, Saline County. Saline County, Missouri. Alright. So that's how you do it. let's go look around the back side of this thing, or the side, see what we can find. And I thought it was interesting. All these little squares, there's never any nice buildings. There's just the Tartarian one in the middle of the courthouse, and then a bunch of just garbage little stuff thrown up with a brick front. Like the settlers just were like, all right, well, shoot, here's the cool building. Here, we'll all put our businesses facing the inside. Darn trees, man. Can't see jack. Oh, you can see them windows half covered. Yeah. You can see those windows covered up. Let's see. Oh, that's the front again. Well, as you can see, they did them all in this weird little square. And I just thought that was fascinating how they were all just seeing that. Ooh, there's a good one. Davies. That's a weird way to spell Davies. Davies County Courthouse. Googling. Oh, they call it the clerk's office. What do you know? We have a big circle square with the church and not the church, the courthouse in the middle. Let's do some more street view and all these little poopy businesses around it. Now, one of the reasons why I chose to do Missouri and not Texas today, or at least start with Missouri, was wow, look at the bottom floor of this thing covered. Well, that arch there looks like it would have gone down much further. Same with this one. But they did a good job on those windows. They almost look natural. Boy, I don't know. This one looks old, but it's definitely not as grand and nice as like the Jasper Castle of a courthouse. But definitely looking like bottom floor buried scenario going on. What is that? Ooh. There's something that might be harvesting power from the aether. Alright, let's get us one. We might as well snap us a picture while we're here. And then later on today, or sometime this weekend, I'll get these things posted over to the... What? You failed to open. Hey man, you're the one that snitched it. Where'd it go? Electrickery. Some people will say, well, the enemy's trying to prevent me from getting this truth out. I like this one. I don't need to mark it up. Like, what was this one? Saline County? Oh no, Davies. Davy Crockett. King of the Wild Wild Frontier, whatever. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Saline. Directory of Adair County Government. That looks like a good one there. Adair. Let's see. Oh, what do you know? It's another circular lot with the courthouse in the middle. Planned community. Prior civilization. Previous empire. Or people on horsebacks with carts and buggies. Did they build this beautiful building? Oh, that's a bad time of day for Google Street View. Golly, guys. The sun's killing us. And the darn trees, we can't even get a shot of this thing. Well, you know what you can do sometimes if the street view sucks? You can just rely on the photos that other folks have taken. Here, if we can see who that is. Let's see. Oh, wow. There she is again. Lady Liberty. Yeah, I gotta get down. Creepy, man. I kinda like this one over here. What is this? Who is that? Lady Liberty, Columbia, Isis, Ishtar, who? I'll say Liberty. I'm gonna call her Liberty. who do we? Well, they surely ain't Mary or Jesus. What? This country was founded on Christianity? Mm-hmm. No. Masonic pagan mystery religion. We are in the depths of Babylon. We wanted some of the building though. I think I see some of those windows. Time capsule. Pentagram. I guess that's inside. I noticed the steps of different bricks. Oh, looky there. Yeah, see, this is what they do. They come in and just knock the corner out and then put in a stone that looks like ass. Oh, yeah, here we go. We're the ones that did it. Yeah. What the heck? Is that a date? 18 something. Oh, what do you know? Some huge battle. Cannonballs. Cannonballs were recovered from the rafters of the courthouse. Well, yeah, it's the only thing that survived. Alright, let's find some more. Let's see. You know, boy, we didn't get this picture. Back before the trees grew up. That was a much better picture. I think I'll just take that one. This is Adair. Yeah. Why does he keep trying to go to this wrong folder? I'm in Missouri, yo. Let's see. Courthouse history. What is that one? That looks like a castle. There's Jasper again. Morgan. Scott. There's this. Ooh. Cass County. Oh, that one looks real old. Cass County. Well, which one's in the square? That one. Let's see the square around it. So that's going to be, according to the way these other towns were laid out. Well, let's drop our little dude in there and check her out. Oh yeah, look at those tops of those windows. Oh yeah, the mud just, they dug out good around this thing. Ooh. Notice this window, those windows. Alright. You can see our telltale signs. Yes, different brick and concrete than the building. Oh, look at this clock tower. Boy, that's a pretty one. Get a shot of that. Nice one. This is Cass County. Put all these together for y'all later. I want to get a shot at this side over here. See if we can see some windows. Oh yeah, looky there. Oh, and what do you know? These guys always, these funky masons, they always put a fire escape out the top, out the back to get out. It's because, you know, when the police come or the authorities, when they come find out they're in there torturing kids and performing some kind of weird ritual magic, you gotta be able to escape out the back. Let me get this one. This one's got some beautiful evidence here. Circle that. Look at the tops of those windows. You don't build a building like that. You don't go dig down and into the ground and then pour your building down and where it's gonna get flooded. Like, that makes no sense. Nobody builds like that. This is Cas 2. Let's see. Any more? Oh, I didn't get this little weird looking thing. Where was that? Wait, let's go back while we're still on the street. Did we see that somewhere? That's a weird looking little deal there. statue. No, all these county courthouses all had statues, idols outside. Boy, I don't see any weird little thing like that. Maybe that was a really old picture before they built all this. Oh wait, here's something over here. Apologize if it's blurry, guys, but this is how I do my research. Well, that's a cool angle. Beautiful old building. So yeah, I don't know what that is. That weird little building. We didn't see that one. What is this one? That's a pretty one. Which one is that? Capital shots. Missouri Department of Corrections? Oh, give me a break. The Cole County Courthouse. Okay, it's fine. Let's see if we can go check that one out. Oh, like I started talking about it earlier and I drifted off down a rabbit trail. St. Louis, Missouri was the spot of one of those huge world fairs, re-education camps, I believe, that they so miraculously had these crazy looking Romanesque towns supposedly temporarily built. I mean, there's other videos you can go find. Is this it? Oh yeah. Is it inside of a square? It's not. That's interesting. First one that Missouri River Regional Library. Boy, this might be more than one building here, the way this is laid out. Let's go check it out. Oh, this one definitely. Oh my goodness. Look at those windows. Look at this beauty. Let's get that thing. Look at those half windows. Oh, did I say that? Check. Was it Cole? I think I did save that other one. Yeah, this is cool. Yeah, so what is that? See, that could be. Nah. Something back there. This is a church. You go, look at this. Look at this land. Like what? Yeah, we'll just cover the bottom half of the building in dirt. And then later they were probably like, oh, crap, we need a road here. All right, guys, well, we're going to have to dig this out. I know we were too lazy to dig this out here. I know that's a cool angle. I know we were too lazy to dig this out when we declared it a courthouse and founded it. Oh, yeah, we founded it. You found it. You found it all right. I mean, do I even have to mark up? Look at this weirdness. Alright, it's getting close to, we're going to wrap this up. I don't want this to be too long of a video, but as you can see, a plethora of courthouses were made into, or buildings from the previous empire were made into courthouses. The ones in Texas are big and crazy too. I'll have to, I may decide to add those in when I do the post over to the Facebook page. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed going along as we gather some pictures and evidence and look around at what the official narrative is and what we see with our own eyes and question the narrative, guys. They have definitely made up some stuff and lied to us and not telling us the truth about our history. That much we can say for sure. Thanks for joining in, guys. Vigilant Texan here. Thanks for stopping by. Shabbat Shalom. Have a good one. See you next time.